Hey, it's KJ. Have you heard? I have a new show. It's pop culture, people to know, pets, and positive vibes, all packed into 1 hour every Wednesday night. You can watch it live on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/KJ Today. And now, the KJ Today Show is proud to present The Kind of Nerdy Girls.
Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. Fandom, fun, funny.
Bang, bang, bow, bow, bang, 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 Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. We're some Kind of Nerdy Girls. We're going to talk about fandom stuff, and people say we're funny, so we hope you like it. Our fun fact today is just going to be the latest show, movie, book that you're into. And then we'll talk more about it. But right
Isn't
now,
that binges and books?
Yes, we're on a. This is a rapid fire Kind of Nerdy Girls. Okay.
Oh, we're starting with binges and books. Okay.
All right. Your fun fact is the thing that you're watching right now that you absolutely love, and then we'll get into it after we introduce everybody. Joining us with a gaming update, maybe if we have time, it's Gamer Katie.
Hi guys, thanks to be here. Hi Tia.
Hi Tia.
Hi Tia. Our fun fact is just what we're super into right now. All right, go ahead.
Obviously, mine is Stranger Things. Duh.
Things. Okay.
But I'm gonna cancel my Netflix subscription. I'm so pissed.
Oh, okay. Hang on. If we have time, she'll tell us what's got her weeping. It's producer Jonna.
Well, I can tell you what's got me weeping. Stranger Things, okay?
Oh, yeah. Wow, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this show. Woo! Our kind of nerdy dude, producer Patches.
Our token man.
Right. Right now, I am Lucifer, actually. I'm rewatching Lucifer.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Tia, it sounds like you got some like static going on, some like white noise, like just like.
Are you in the ocean?
Oh, she's frozen up. Okay.
It's frozen.
Right. We'll let Tia work on her thing there. She's frozen in a.
We'll miss you, Tia.
She's frozen.
I'm gonna go ahead and fill in for her. Also, Stranger Things.
Right. You think so?
Or the boys. Stranger Things or the boys.
I was gonna guess the boys. Okay. So.
Yeah, but she already got the advanced. She's seen the whole series because she got the super secret.
Yeah, but Tia she got like the first 3 episodes. She didn't get the whole thing.
I thought she did.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out when Tia gets back from the time.
She got the whole thing, but then it disappeared. When Tia comes back from her morning swim in the ocean.
She's in a windstorm, I guess.
Right.
All right. You like my sound effects? Thank you.
Beautiful.
Hi, I'm KJ. I am the host and the founder of this crazy little podcast. And the boys would be what we're, you know what? No, yeah, I like the boys. I'm enjoying the boys. We'll get into that. But Ms. Marvel.
Oh, yeah, I'm caught up on that too.
It is such a delight. All right. Well, we are going to just dig right into Stranger Things because Katie and Jonna are chomping at the bit. And Katie can't stay long because she is filling in for me as the voice of the Indy 11 W League today.
Yeah, I'm KJ today. I'm the KJ today.
Yes.
I'm the KJ today.
Ding ding ding! Oh yeah, we got a dinger now, Katie. That's
a dinger. It's called a bell.
Dinger. It's a dinger. It's Laura Long, who is KJ Crew number 2, donated a dinger to help the success of the KJ Today Show. If you'd like to join the KJ Today Show crew, you can go to kjcrew.com. When we get to 100 crew members, we're giving away a $100 gift card. All right, enough about the
guys.
Thank you. kjcrew.com. kjkrew.com. Thank you, producer Jonna, for that. All right. So Stranger Things. Are we hated the way they left it? Is that what I'm hearing?
I cried like a bitch.
Oh my God, sobbed. Okay. Like,
so we got the
ugly tears.
We got the death that they were kind of hinting at. There was a
spoilers
death.
From here on out.
Yes, all the
Okay.
spoilers.
'Cause
it's
If
been
you
out
haven't watched
for 2
Stranger
days.
Things,
Okay.
you have to stop listening.
I cried so much.
Warning. There's spoilers coming. Go ahead.
I cried so much. I went through so many emotions,
Mhm.
all to feel cheated at the end.
Oh my god. I was like,
no.
I had already watched Stranger Things like earlier in the day, and Katie watched it the same day, but like at night. So I'm going to bed, and she's just texting. I wake up, I had 10 text messages of all of the. I'm gonna read them to you,
Oh, here we go.
No.
just so
Please
you
read
guys
them in my voice.
can understand the feeling. This is
Okay.
me going to bed. Katie said, I just got to the part where Dustin and Eddie are waiting for an attack on the trailer. My prediction is Steve is going to die because he keeps bringing up that dream with the kids. Eddie, no. OMG, run, boy. I love you. You can't die. No. F him up, 11. Go, girl. Wow, I hate this. How dare they? I will never forgive the Duffer Brothers for what they've
Yeah.
done.
Okay, I have a lot
Okay,
of
wait.
opinions.
Like, all
Okay,
of that.
there's-
Yeah,
there's
that's
So who ended up dying?
Who
is the
died? We
question.
don't. Yeah.
Eddie.
Right over here. No, who died?
They killed Eddie.
The
Okay.
brand new character that was my favorite. Ain't that some shit?
Everybody loved Eddie.
Just when you get attached, they take it away from you.
You remember Bob, okay?
Yeah. Do I remember Samwise DMG? Of course I remember Sam. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you many things because I am pissed. Okay, I understand that there's like no going back for Eddie because he's wanted for murder and you can't be like, well, it was an interdimensional demon and not me.
Right.
You know, so there's like no going back. I get it. But they just left his ass in the upside down. No
They did.
funeral,
My friend said
no
that
nothing.
too.
They just
Didn't they?
left his ass.
They actually left his body in the upside down.
And like he made the noble sacrifice to save Dustin and from the bats and all that, but like still died a gruesome death, which sucks. But he did have a great like going out moment. He went out with a blaze and whatever, and he's like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
wasn't a coward this time." And you're like, you know. But I still feel cheated. Like Jason got to live. For the
Jason
most
died,
part.
bro.
I know, and then he got ripped in half. Did you see that part?
Thank God,
Wait,
honestly.
Wait, hang on just a second. You're like,
Sorry.
Jason got to live for the most part. He got
For the
ripped
most
in
part.
half. So he also died.
So are
He
they
did,
like
but he
First of all,
lived way longer, and
He
he's kind of a dick,
lived
so he
way
deserved
longer
it.
than he should have. He was the
Listen,
absolute
you guys,
worst
I'm just-
character in this
Let me
season.
drop some positive vibes on you.
The real
It's-
villain.
It's not the quantity of days that you get; it's the quality of how you live them.
And
Jason was
a
not
bitch.
having a quality life, okay?
Oh no!
Jason-
So are they just like Game of Thronesing everything, like killing everybody off?
Everybody
Or
just got to live,
no.
except kind of Max. I think she doesn't have a soul, but we'll
She's
get
in
to
a
that.
coma.
Yeah.
I predict that Vecna is like in her body, like recuperating.
I'm
While
gonna go
she's in
with
the
Will
hospital.
because he keeps getting the like.
Oh my God! Honestly, I feel like
Charles
Will's gonna be
Xavier
a
tingles.
villain next season, and like I'm not ready for it. Like,
Okay, let me tell you something.
My
He
boy's
deserves
just
to
going
be a
through so
villain because they
much.
keep treating him like shit.
he's going through so much right now, and I
He
hate
has
Mike.
feelings and they're ignoring him. He's crying in the car and no one's paying
Right?
attention to him.
Bro,
And he has to have a bowl cut every season.
every season, and this
He
season was the
deserves to be
worst
a villain.
bowl cut. Like I
He
feel like if
deserves
he
it.
had like a longer bowl cut, it would be better. Also, we hate Mike. I hate Mike.
I
the
don't hate
most.
Mike. I
I
think
hate
he's a
Mike.
stupid teenage boy, but I don't hate him.
Hate him. Hate him.
You know who I
Wow.
really loved this season? Argyle.
Argyle was my fave. He's my absolute fave.
He
Just
grew
like
on me so quick, and I loved him so
Argyle
much.
is the stoner character who's got hair that's like all the way down to like his butt, and he works at a pizza shop.
And
in
can apparently
California.
understand which tire tracks in the desert are military tire tracks. And
Right?
just has all these connections. And he's just Mr. Convenient, I guess. And you're like, all right,
My
whatever.
boy out here saving the day.
However,
stoner
I do
is
think it's
today.
going to be super awkward when they eventually get to the point like, Nancy, are you still with Jonathan? Or are
No.
you with Steve and the
They need to
childhood
break
Winnebago RV dream?
No, I don't think that Nancy and Jonathan need to stay together. They're,
Um,
I think
I think
her
they
and
like
Steve
each
need-
other, but I think it's going to end up Steve because
Same.
he needs a win at this point. Like it's just been season after season after season.
I know, right? It's just,
And they only have one more. Like season 5 is it.
I know, right?
That's it.
But I mean, we all know that season 5 is going to be like 9 episodes, and they're probably going to be exactly the same as they were this season, like
I know.
2 hours long.
But I'm fine with that. I was totally all right with that.
Yeah, it was.
Hi, I'm KJ. Welcome to my podcast. I have no idea what's going on.
Travesty is what's going on.
Yes,
Ah,
and the new
Ain't
season
that
of
some
Stranger
shit?
Things doesn't come
I'm
out
canceling
for
my
2
Netflix
years.
membership. This is some shit. I'm
Wait,
so
the new
pissed.
season doesn't come out for 2 years.
2
Yeah,
years.
they only
How
gave
the
us 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So
Oh
how
my
the hell does
gosh.
that work? Are these kids are going to be full blown adults?
They're doing a time jump, I think, to like bring us to where we're.
But I don't think they
age.
should because they left it in the giant crater that is the town at this point,
I think,
and it's like still on fire. So I don't know how they're gonna just ignore that.
I think
but
they're gonna make it like they're like a post-apocalyptic type thing where they're like been living it for a few years, but they're still trying to figure out how they're gonna kill Vecna and like save the town or whatever. I think that's probably what's gonna happen.
Can I ask a question as someone that has only watched season 1? You were going off about how mad you were that they left what's
Eddie.
his name, new dead guy,
Yep.
new
But
dead guy
Eddie.
Eddie.
in the Upside Down.
Mhm.
Did they ever give any? Did they ever give any love or reconcile anything with how they just kind of left Barb there too?
Yeah, they did in season 2.
Okay.
Also, they had like one Barb flashback in this season.
They
did
did.
they? Okay.
Yeah. And then they had like a bunch of Bob flashbacks because Joyce is like traumatized.
And a bunch
Okay.
of Billy flashbacks too.
Yeah.
There were so
Which-
many Billy flashbacks.
I was definitely like, oh, okay, we're bringing him back. I'm here for it. Like, he's a
Right.
great actor. You know, I'm here for it.
Love that guy.
Jonna, do you want to make Katie do One Must Go since we did that on the KJ Today show with you?
Oh God. Yeah, actually, she needs to suffer as well as me.
One Must
Okay.
Go.
Okay, Katie. So we play this game on the KJ Today show. It's One Must Go, and so it can be anything. It'd be like hamburgers and hot dogs, and one of them is snapped into oblivion, never existed, nothing painful, anything, but they're just gone. So One Must Go. Remind me, John. I know the first one was Joyce or Hopper. One Must Go.
Oh, you
Right.
guys suck. I'm gonna go with Joyce because I think
I
Hopper
also
is.
said Joyce.
I think Hopper is more essential to the story.
Same.
Wow, you guys
I
are
would
some
agree.
mom haters.
Sorry,
Jeez.
Winona Ryder.
Right. I'm like, I love you, Winona, but like,
Also, no one believes her ever, and she's right every time. So
I
like,
know they think she's like some crazy conspiracy theorist, and they're like, Joyce is just crazy, and it's
why
like,
are
no,
my
I'm actually
evidence
right.
working?
You would think at this point, like that they would be like, you know what, Joyce tends to be right. Maybe we should listen to
No,
her.
because they're
No.
idiots.
Nobody listens to her.
Everyone on this show is an idiot.
All right, One Must Go. Steve or Dustin? Oh, this was harder for you. Jonna had no
She
problems
loves
with
Steve.
this.
I do love
Oh.
Steve, but I think
Yeah.
Dustin is more pertinent to the story. And I totally thought they were going to kill Steve off season 1.
I honestly like it. I thought he was dead. I don't know what, but there must have been something. He was trending or something, so I just assumed he was dead because that's
They
what you do
loved
on
his
Twitter.
actor so much they wrote him into the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm going to go with Steve because I think Dustin is more important to the story.
I
Okay.
also said Steve.
All right. So far, you guys are vibing. All right. And then what was the last one,
I think
Jonna?
it was Will or 11.
Yes. it was Will
Well,
or
obviously. The
I
kid with
also-
superpowers or the boring kid?
Thank you. That's also what I said. All right, Katie, look at us. High five.
All right. Very nice. All right. All right. Thanks, guys. That's been your Stranger Things rant. And we are the kind of nerdy girls. We also talk about gaming. We talk about Marvel. We talk about Star Wars. We do all the stuff and things. Katie, do you have a gaming update?
You.
Yeah.
And you're not
Okay.
going to believe this one because I wrote it in such a way that it is unbelievable, but it is all true.
Oh,
I
I can't
cannot.
wait. All right. Hang on, guys. It's time for Katie's gaming update.
So I found a new game that I don't think you'll believe me exists.
Is that
It's called Cult of the Lamb. And you play as a lamb in the woods,
Okay.
and you have to fight monsters to create your own cult.
Oh, stand by. We got Tia here.
Oh,
There
oh,
she is.
Tia.
She's back from the
Hi,
void.
Tia.
Oh, you're alive!
There she is. We were very
How was
worried.
the upside down?
I'm sorry, I had to like restart my computer and then it decided to update in that moment. And I was like, "No,
Look at
this,
that.
Can you guys still hear that like noise
No.
in the background? Or am I
No.
good now?
No. You
I am
sealed
so
the
sorry.
cracks in the void, and we are good. So you're.
But I
you're
am
nice
happy because just as I came in, Katie was beginning to talk about a game about cults or something
Yes,
Okay.
like that.
I'm so glad Tia is here for this because she would
Yeah.
believe me, but none of you guys will.
All right, let's dig in. Start over, Katie. Take
Okay.
2. And
New
3,
game
2, 1.
comes out August 11th called Cult of the Lamb. You play as a lamb, a little baby lamb, and you fight monsters in the woods and you grow your own cult.
Lambs can't fight monsters.
Yes, they can. And you can like change their personalities, and if they go against you, you can sacrifice them to the elder god and whatever. You can
If you don't like
decide
your
how they're
lamb,
gonna
you
serve.
just kill it.
You're the lamb, but you have all these other little woodland critters that serve as your cult members, so you can like tell them
Okay.
what to do and stuff. It's kind of like settlement building in
How
Fallout 4
Jim
and
Jones
whatever.
of you, bro.
I know, but it's so cute. Like it's animated in such a way that it's very cute. I know, but I knew you wouldn't believe it.
It's so cute how this out of control dictator lamb just kills off other critters. It's adorable.
Only if they go against you.
Oh, it's not if they're not following your rules.
Yeah, if
You're
they're
like,
like
gotta
doing
go.
what's expected, then they totally get to live,
Right,
and they're
that
on
is-
board.
That is like dictatorship. We've seen this in history, Katie. You don't get to be like, it's totally fine because they didn't agree with what I said, so I killed them.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's not okay.
Oh my god, the animation looks so cute. For
I
this.
told you.
Oh my god.
It's the cutest little evil dictator lamb.
Look,
It's adorable.
look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
I can't look at it, Katie. And like
Add it
nobody.
to the
Yeah.
stream.
Do you want to
I'm trying.
share it? You hit.
I'm
share
trying
your
to share my screen,
No,
but
it's right
apparently I'm an idiot. You can't make
At the
that
bottom.
happen.
Relatable.
There we go.
Hang on. There we go. I got it. There we go.
Look how cute it is.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, it's a little cult.
Look at their big eyes. OMG.
I know.
So all it takes for Katie to follow you, cult leaders out there, is for you to be a cute little lamb. And then she will she will do whatever you want. She will kill for you.
Yeah.
She will sacrifice her dog. Like
I just
No.
want you
she
guys
just
to
said
know,
yes.
Not that one.
Katie loves Colts, okay?
I do.
She's weirdly obsessed with them, which I think is hilarious.
It
They're
is
just
true.
very interesting.
Oh, did you watch the FLDS?
Keep
Documentary?
Sweet? Yes, I did.
Yes.
Wait, why does you just said a bunch of letters I didn't
The
understand?
FLDS.
There is so much about this podcast that I don't understand. Go ahead,
Fundamentalist
Donna.
Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No,
It's
I-
cult. It's Warren Jeffs, and
Oh, yeah.
they're not Mormons, but FLDS is the fundamentalist branch of the Mormon faith.
okay.
They're the ones with polygamy and all the wives.
Okay.
Um,
So what were they doing that made this documentary so interesting?
abusing children.
Okay, that's terrible.
And being
Having-
horrible, and they moved to the desert.
Yeah. And like Warren Jeffs, like the FBI or whatever was after him. And
Yeah,
so
he
he
was one
was
of the
just
most
like,
wanted men.
oh no, the end of the world is coming. Sell all of your things and follow me into the desert. And everyone did.
And they did.
Because like he's their prophet or whatever.
What was
Yeah.
his hook that made them believe it?
He
Like-
was the son of the first prophet, and the first prophet died. And so they're like, oh,
But they believe that the prophet can't die,
which was
which
Which
just
is-
doesn't work.
red flag
So
right there.
he told them that he was him and he was reincarnated, even though they
Uh-huh.
were both alive
Oh,
at the same time.
He
and Yeah.
retconned the rules.
100%, he changed them.
That's,
And then they got all like super crazy, like no dancing, no singing, no fun. You're not allowed to enjoy anything anymore. And then they
You're
got
not
like,
allowed
super
to
intense.
wear the color red. Like
Yep, no red.
Yeah.
I would be sacrificed
Yep.
immediately. I'm sitting here in
Um,
a red Avengers shirt.
And then he went on the run because he had like 65 wives, and a bunch of them were 12-year-old girls. And then the FBI caught him, and then he was trying to be the prophet from jail, and that wasn't working.
he is in fact being the prophet from jail though, like to this day.
Yeah.
Yes.
see, that's crazy. Have you guys ever watched the documentary on HBO Max about the Heaven's Gate cult?
Yeah.
They essentially did something like that too, where like that really quick. It was like, oh, you can't die. This is just a vessel. Da da da. And one of the leaders like ended up dying of cancer, and so the other one's like, oh, that is perfectly like I can explain that, and he did, and his other like cult members just were like, Cool, makes sense.
But they do that every time. They're like, oh, that wasn't the real rule. This is the real rule.
He was just the fake prophet.
But he
He's
didn't
the
tell
real
you
one.
was. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
You know, your vessel can't die, but it could definitely get sick.
This is
Yeah,
my
yeah,
favorite
it was very
podcast. I hope this
interesting.
entire episode is just about things I've never seen.
Oh man.
I thought she was gonna say, I hope this whole thing is about cults, and it's like, well, we can do that.
Oh,
There's
yes,
plenty
we
of
can.
out there.
Katie
I'm
knows
gonna
all
be
about the
honest.
cults.
Never watched a documentary on cults, so you
But
can
they're
talk
so
about that all
good.
day.
They're
It's
so
so
they're so
interesting.
compelling.
Like,
Like,
Waco.
because
You're like,
it's like-
oh.
Oh, and like the Heaven's Gate one, you're like, it goes into how people can be like seduced into cults. Because like this one girl's like, yeah, my parents were like super intelligent. They were like engineers and everything, but like they were perfectly fine with like castrating themselves and like then dying. Because
Amazing.
there's an alien spaceship in space that's waiting for them,
Oh my
and the only
gosh.
way to get there is to shed your human vessel by dying.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
I think the reason people join cults is because they're not happy with their own lives. And so these people are like, hey, you'll be so happy if you join this cult. Well, they don't say cult, but like, you'll be so happy if you join this group of people.
I would
And
argue
you'll
it's more
live
about
forever.
kinship. Like, you want to be included. You want to be
Yeah.
involved in
Yeah.
I mean,
something.
I think at the heart of it, right? Like it's that deep need to feel
Yes.
like you belong to
Uh-huh.
something, right?
And
And
people
they
will
set
do
it up
anything
like
if you let them belong.
right,
Yeah.
and they set it up and make it so easy. Like here are the steps to belong. You've been looking for a way to do it. Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're in.
Yeah, but the
Exactly.
cult doesn't start day one with drink the Kool-Aid, They start
Right.
with like, oh, we're a church. Oh, we're an organization. Oh, we're a Bible study group. Oh, we're, a militia in Montana or whatever. Or, oh, we're like a weird cult that only wears orange or whatever. They don't start like DEFCON 5 day one. They just
We're,
get there.
we're a podcast of kind of nerdy people. And you can join the Kind of Nerdy Network at Kind of Nerdy Network.
For the low, low cost of your eternal soul. What's one eternal soul?
It's like we promise at the end of all this, we will not make you drink Kool-Aid.
Facts.
It was
I
free.
promise that's not the end.
But there
We will
is
not
always
make you drink
whiskey
your Crystal
available.
Light.
And we do
Yeah,
have
yeah.
and we do have a Patreon if you'd like to give us money.
I will say we don't believe that
This is a
Halley's
great
Comet has a UFO behind it or whatever, but
This is where the Kind of Nerdy Girls moves into the cult podcast.
you have to have
category.
charisma for that.
And here's the thing. Y'all are so educated in cults, you know
Yeah.
how to do it. Like I'm just gonna sit back and be like, all right, lead
Wait.
the way. You are my
I'll
leaders.
say,
But even
I'll
the
say really
educated fall
quick.
for it.
Yeah.
I'll say really quick because Katie has seen the Heaven's Gate. The amazing thing is that website is still up today.
I know.
And it still looks like it was made in the 90s.
Well,
Please,
here's the
for
sucky
those
part.
who are like listening, go look up
Yes.
Heaven's Gate cult on Google. It is like a blast from the past. It looks like all of us when we were like 10 doing like an HTML website for
Yes.
the first
But here's the sucky part.
Amazing.
Everybody else ritualistically killed themselves to get on the UFO behind Halley's Comet or whatever.
Mhm.
They chose like 2 guys to leave behind. So you don't get salvation. You have to run the website.
Yeah. No, it's,
Well,
it's
see,
great.
they're bitter, right? They're like, I'm not updating this website. I got left behind. Screw those guys.
They
But
probably
you
quit
can
the cult
email
because they
that
got left
for a
behind.
pamphlet.
I
You
said
can
I'd
email them for
I'd
their
run the
pamphlet.
website. I didn't say I'd ever update it.
They're still running it off the old compact Presario with the dial-up connection.
Look,
It's
they
low-key my
said
favorite thing.
they said you're gonna leave me
Look at
behind.
this!
I'm
Look
leaving.
For the people who are far
And you
enough
can
along
order
in the kind of nerdy
1996.
hang on, guys. For the people who are far enough along in the Kind of Nerdy Network cult who are paying us as part of Patreon, you can see the Heaven's Gate website right now if you're watching this.
I
you're
like
not-
the red alert flashing on
Red
top.
alert.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I really like their logo. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
It is
Also,
clever.
that G, KJ, tell me that G doesn't look like the G from the Green Bay Packers.
It does.
It does.
I'm close to joining just because that G does look
KJ
like
said, "I'll
See,
update your
that's your
website,
hook
guys."
right there.
Look how ominous this is. By the time you receive this, we'll be gone. Several dozen of us.
Yeah, it's insane. It's one of my favorite things.
How do you get people to keep joining if you lead with "sucks for you, you're too late"?
To be issued to the news media.
Ooh.
Oh my
Well,
God.
we are press, so thank
We
you for
suspect that the
issuing.
human bodies we were wearing have been found.
It's like, for those who have not watched the 4-part documentary on
I'm about to go watch it.
Not Netflix, HBO Max. So if you guys have ever, like, I thought a lot of other people knew about this, but in the 90s, like the whole case of like everyone wearing like the Nike tracksuits and like their shoes sticking out, you know, while they're like covered with sheets or something. Like I thought that was everything. Like I thought that was something people knew from like the 90s. Like SNL actually made fun of it and shit. But anyway, if you don't know about it, there's a 4-part documentary series on HBO Max. Highly,
And it's really
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. And I know I would love to keep talking Colts, but Tia is.
Yeah, I'm sorry, KJ.
No, you're on a timeline, so I wanted to make sure this is like open forum. Like, do you have a Tia's take? Is there something you came here being like, I have been waiting to talk about this? What are we?
Well, I'm not finished with Stranger Things yet because
Oh, good.
Oh,
You missed
good.
that
Oh, thank
You
conversation.
God.
missed that whole time.
Tia, when you finish with Stranger Things, immediately listen to this episode because
Okay.
Katie and Jada were out of control. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
I heard people were like pissed about part 2 because I want to wait
Yeah,
for like part
me.
2. I want to wait till part 2 came out before watching it, so I'm up to episode 5 right now of part
Ooh.
1. But I did finish Umbrella Academy season 3.
As did I, and it was so good.
was it good?
It was so good.
See,
Because honestly, you guys,
I have a different take on that.
okay.
No.
No, go ahead.
Just before you get into it, Patches and I, we watched season 1. We liked it, but we were like, okay,
It
that
was
was
kind of teetering.
that was nice.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, let's watch season 2. I have never watched a show where I liked season 1 and then season 2 was like so much better. Like it was
Yes.
like, oh
Yes,
my god,
Thank you.
right?
Season
Yes.
2 was fantastic in
So
Umbrella
good.
Academy.
And I
Well,
was
they hit their
worried.
stride. It was so good.
And I
Like,
was
when-
worried about season 3 because of the fact that season 2 was just phenomenal.
And it was one of those things that when season 1 came out, everyone was like raving about it. And I was like, let me watch it. And I was like, yeah, it's good, like you guys said. But I was like, I don't think it's like the best I've ever seen. And then I watched season 2 and I was like, I love season 2. Season 2 is phenomenal, like best. I'm just so excited for this. So like to me, season 3 of Umbrella Academy started really well. Like the first like 4 episodes, I was really digging it. I personally didn't like where they went in the story because everyone was like, and I guess spoiler alert for those who haven't like watched it. I'll try not to like talk too much, but
Thank you.
Oh, this is a spoiler episode. Go ahaven't spoil it, bro.
No, we haven't seen it. We
no.
want to watch it.
Oh, come
I'm
on.
not
I
gonna
want to talk about it.
I'm not gonna watch it, so I don't.
I just think all the siblings were at each other's throat again in season 3, and it just felt so season 1 to me. And I'm like, I liked in season 2 where it felt as if they were really like together and actually working together, being a family, and acknowledging that even though they went through this like really traumatic childhood and aren't technically related to each other, that doesn't matter. They're still family and blah 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 blah. And then season 3 it was like, we're not really family and F you and da da da. And I was like, I just didn't like that at all. And then the ending was so rushed and so like,
It was.
that's it. That's what we're doing. Like,
Oh,
Oh
Tia,
no!
Back in those-
Tia, you just
Oh.
went back into the void. Oh, there you go. Oh, yep, you're in the void.
No, I
We
can't,
can't
hear
hear
you.
you.
You're in the ether.
Here's what
She
we're
got too
hearing.
excited about it.
She did.
You
Computer
were,
shut her
you
off.
were about to spoil something in your computer.
You got
muted.
censored.
All right, well, Katie, since Tia can't
Oh,
talk,
wait.
how do you feel
I heard
about
her.
this?
I heard her too.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yay!
Now we hear sirens.
Well,
New York.
it's Yonkers, so
Yeah.
you're always gonna hear sirens. To be
All right.
fair,
I want Katie, your rebuttal here. Go ahead. This is
I don't
debate
have a
class.
rebuttal. I agree with everything she said, but that's why I liked it.
Really?
I liked that the characters were at each other's throats. I liked that they weren't, one big happy family, because they were literally traumatized their whole life.
Wait, That just
And
sounds
I-
like it's just that just sounds it's almost kind of lazy writing, considering that's what the whole premise of season 1 was. It's
But
like,
I
you
don't
know,
expect them to be one happy family, life's great. Like
And
they
also, like, we're
flipped
never
to another
that's-
timeline, and it's gonna be awkward and it's gonna be horrible, and you're gonna have gone through. Okay, you had your whole life in the '60s in season 2, and now that's just gone and didn't exist anymore. So it's gonna be traumatic.
And also from a family standpoint, that's reality. Sometimes you're like, you're rolling the good vibes and everybody's on the same page
Yeah.
in your family, and then all of a sudden it all falls apart. You're like, this is why I didn't like
yeah,
you.
but they were so harsh.
I've done that, Jonna. I've done that to one of my siblings. This is why I didn't like you. We're not
They're,
friends
like-
I didn't like you from the start.
Like, I don't know, there's like at one point in the show where like they get into this massive fight and like someone, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like someone else in the show is like, oh, you guys fight like we do or something, and Diego's like, no, our family doesn't fight like this, because it was like cutting deep, the freaking fight. Like, especially there's a scene between Allison and Victor where I'm like, damn, Allison, I was like,
Well, let me tell you something.
did not need to go that deep.
This
I'm like,
was the season I hated Allison from the moment she got
Yeah.
there. Hated her.
who
They only made me
like,
hate her more. She is irredeemable at this point.
And it's like Allison obviously went through a lot of shit, and I'm not trying to.
But
like,
you are the only one
invalidate
suffering in the universe, girlfriend.
Yeah, she was acting as if like she's the only one who's gone through any of this shit,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, I don't know. I was so used to Allison always being like the nice one in the group.
See,
and
I don't think she
not
was the nice one ever. Looking back, she was just as manipulative as the rest of them. Like, she's a horrible person. There's a reason her husband left her. Because you can't use your mind powers on your kid. Like, obviously,
Well,
that's where you take a
Katie,
stand and say no.
Katie, that scene between Allison and Luther at some point in season
Yeah.
3, I was like, Allison,
Yes.
what are you doing?
You're
Allison,
a
what are you
horrible
doing?"
person.
Oh man, I can't wait to watch
And
this.
she keeps getting worse. And then, like, she makes reference to what happens in season 1 at one point in such a nasty way. And I was like, girl, I hope you get, apocalypsed or whatever. Like, you're irredeemable. Like, you're just
hope you drink that
becoming this
Kool-Aid.
horrible, nasty person
That
because
needs
you
to be
feel
a
like you're the only
t-shirt.
one suffering.
I need that to be a T-shirt. I hope you get apocalypse.
Or
I will
whatever.
say,
Or
the
whatever.
way that they approached Victor was very good. It was very
It was.
seamless. It was just done really tastefully, and it was like, okay, this is Victor, and here's the rest of the season, pretty much. And I thought that was done really, really well.
I liked that it wasn't a big deal,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, cool. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
We have bigger things to deal with,
and like 5 was still great. I loved Lila. Lila.
5 and Klaus carried the season.
Okay.
Oh, Klaus carries every season.
Yeah.
I'm
I love him.
sorry.
Yeah.
Klaus carries every
He's
season.
my fave.
Yes,
I love
yes,
that.
he is the best. He's the
And
best.
Reginald, still a dick in every universe.
Oh man.
Don't change, bro.
Tia, where can we find you at all the places if we want to follow along?
I was gonna say I can stay on for a little bit longer.
No, you can't.
Oh,
You have to
no,
leave.
you
Goodbye.
can't. You must leave. You must.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Well,
We
well,
have to-
everyone,
Get out.
Yeah.
No,
No, you can stay. But
if you're looking for me, I will be joining the Heaven's Gate cult. So you can find me there on their website.
No,
We will
you're
not
only
be
a
able
wait
to find her.
I'm the here. Just like how So, little fun fact about me, I don't like roller coasters. I've always said this. Like, if we go to like an amusement park, I will gladly hold your bags while you guys go on the death-defying roller
Thank you.
coasters.
Mhm.
So, just like that, it's the same thing with the cult, right? Like, I was too scared to go to, Hale's Comments, but I'll hold all your guys' bags while you guys.
She said, "I'll keep the website updated. Don't worry."
I'll
I'll
keep
keep
the, and listen, I'm actually going to update the website. Okay, that's how much I love you guys. All right.
Shout out, guys.
Oh, all right. Well, Jonna, do you have anything else that's had you weeping, or was Stranger Things your weep?
Stranger Things is really my because I haven't cried like that in a really long time. And
Yeah.
I was
Wait.
ugly crying.
She
like,
hasn't seen it. Be
snot and,
careful.
So wait, really quick. Like, since I know I haven't seen it, but the last thing I watched was like Max reading that letter to Billy's grave, and
Yep,
and
I cried
have
there
not
too.
cried like that in
Oh my
such
God.
a long time.
Yes.
I love you, Billy.
Sobbed,
You're a
okay.
horrible person, but you're God, such a good actor.
Also, the fact that Kate Bush is making so much money right now.
Okay, let me tell you, Renan
like,
Stranger
Jones is
Things
$1
used
million.
that one song. Oh,
You can
I mean,
tell
I
that
download that song.
Hey, you can
Yes.
tell we haven't been together in a while because everyone is just talking over each other.
I'm so
Like,
sorry.
Can't wait to edit this for later.
I mean, Jonna, it's no Master of Puppets, but it's pretty good.
Master of Puppets was pretty sick. Not gonna lie.
Producer John, I'm going to need you to post everyone's individual tracks for this episode as bonus content. So if you're like, wait, I didn't hear what Jonna was saying, oh, you can just go listen to Jonna's track.
I guess I'm canceling my Netflix subscription now. So
Oh, shit.
Don't do that because you know it's gonna be like $30 by the time Stranger Things
know.
season 5 comes out.
I do want to do a little bit of talking Marvel just because we haven't been together and we got to give some love to what they're doing with Ms. Marvel. As everybody, I know Katie hasn't seen it because
Nope.
Katie didn't.
I actually haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh. Well, Jonna, you have, right?
Yes,
We are
I
one
just finished it
episode-
last night.
We are one or two episodes behind now.
Yeah, I think, but so we don't need to spoil anything, but I just think like this show is a freaking delight. I don't even know how else to put it.
A delight.
It's such a good origin story. I feel like it's
It
not
is.
like it's not like an Eternals, like there's too much going on. It's just like this girl finds this bangle, now she's a superhero. What the hell's happening? It's like, okay,
Yes.
I'm here for it. Let's go.
Yes, and like her, and I want to let the dude here speak on this because I actually watched the first episode of Ms. Marvel by myself because I was like, he's not gonna like this. He hates Spider-Man because it's set in high school and he doesn't care about high school problems and kids and blah 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 blah.
Always
He's not-
care about high school problems. They're real, okay?
And so I really didn't think he would even want to watch it. And then you gave it a shot, and well, Patches, you were pleasantly surprised, right?
Yeah, I think I like it the most because of it's an escape from what they've done, like really getting in, much like Moon Knight, getting into other cultures and the superheroes that originated from the other cultures.
Yeah.
So and I think that's why I'm drawn to it more, and just seeing the family dynamic, because it isn't just Peter Parker and Aunt May, right? And Uncle
Right.
Ben does no shit. So, but like seeing like especially in Ms. Marvel, seeing like the whole family, the mom, the dad, the brother, the fiance, and then bringing her friends into it, and then just tying the culture in, into all this stuff with the high school, that dynamic as well. I think it was just I think it has a really good flow to it as far as the character development, which is really a kind of a breath of fresh air for me when it comes to, because I don't like teen high school drama stuff. That's one of the things why I don't,
Mhm.
why I'm not a huge fan of Spider-Man. So
Well, and Tia just stepped aside. Katie,
she's done with y'all.
she's done. She's like, I do not
Yeah,
care
she's
about
like,
You don't like
Please,
Spider-Man? I'm out of here.
And what I really loved about it is how they create this origin story is created as how a teenage girl would be reacting in the world of having the Avengers, like setting it up to where she's so excited to go to Avengers Con.
Right.
And it was just like, well, it kind of exploring that from another perspective of what would it be like if the Avengers were real? What would teenagers be doing? How would parents handle that? And Captain Marvel they addressed the whole that whole what people consider a plot hole of Captain Marvel just showing up when she's needed, and it's like, why the hell weren't you there? And it's this whole like society of people who are like, why would you like Captain Marvel? Look what we went through, and she would have shown up sooner. And it's just they kind of like made that universe from a different perspective richer and fuller. And of course, you know, like I said, a teenage girl is going to be like, oh my gosh, I want to be Captain Marvel. I mean, she's not real, and we all want to, like, you know, cosplay as her. Like, what that take of what it would be like if this was really happening. And then her like best friend and the whole drama of he's in love with her and she doesn't realize it. I'm
That
like,
stresses me out so bad.
I'm so here for it. I'm so here
Like,
for it.
Also, like, wait, where are you guys at? Because where are you
No,
guys
don't-
at in the show?
I don't go too far.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
It's
spoil
just-
it.
Oh, I need to know where you're at.
But what for you, for like Tia and Katie, and not seeing it, anybody else who maybe hasn't given it a chance, because it's like Marvel overload, another origin story, like another thing. It's such a breath of fresh air, and the way that they shot it, it's so colorful and comic booky, and like so.
It's very like it's live action kind of meets Into the Spider-Verse
It's
kind of thing.
so
It's
cool. It's so cool.
Like, I want to watch it. It's just I didn't even like realize it had come out. Like, I think it was like the second week when I was seeing reviews for it. I was like, oh shit, that came out. And I had all these other things I needed to watch. And so in my mind, I'm like, you know what, at this point, I'm just going to wait for the whole entire show to drop and then just binge it.
Yeah.
Well, and Tia, you're gonna love it. I mean, she's a Jersey girl, and there's the whole like, there's the Comic Con aspect of it.
She hates
and-
Jersey.
I know, but like, I know you hate Jersey, but it's like it's like showing you like, yeah, Jersey kind of sucks, right? Like, why would but that's what it is. She's like, why would there aren't heroes in Jersey? Like, look at you're yeah, you're back in the void.
Now
Oh,
she's back.
No, you're good now.
It's like something about when you pick up your coffee mug. There's like, woof, woof, woof.
Your coffee cup has a lot of interference.
It does. It does.
Right.
You need to put some
I will stop
protection around that coffee cup,
Or is it your hand, Magneto? What are you doing?
right? It is something. Where's the Shanghai? Read it, the protective crystal. Well,
We're gonna
wave
have
it
to
around
send Tia
Tia.
to Shanghai.
Does it work over StreamYard?
Hey, energy is energy, man. It's working. See, it's getting better. No, it's not. Well, Tia, I think that you're gonna love it, but if I'm wrong, let me know. Leave it at that. Oh no, you're in the
Oh,
void.
she's gone.
Sorry.
It sounds like
I
she's
guess
got-
that's the end of the
it's,
show.
it's like a cord short, is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Maybe
right,
this
guys.
is our cue.
It is. I think it is. Like, we've had a good time together. We hit on a lot of things. I feel like there was some nice like counseling, venting that needed to happen over
Not
Stranger
enough.
Things.
I'm not going to be over it for a while. Like,
Okay.
I haven't even talked to my husband about it. He's like, you want to talk about it? I'm like, no.
And then
Well,
you guys were like,
spoilers at the end, like, because I'm really loving.
oh,
Eddie.
Tia, we can't hear you. You're in the
I
void.
also love Eddie, Tia. I get it.
We all love Eddie.
Why?
Apparently. I don't even know Eddie, and I love Eddie.
You just sound so far away, Tia.
I know.
You do.
Really? This is so
Yeah.
weird.
It's so
Are you in a tunnel?
It's just because it's the kind of nerdy girls. That's the only reason that this is
This
happening.
podcast is cursed. Let's just call it a day.
I'm just gonna call it StreamYard because I feel like every time I do Zoom, I don't get in. Like, I don't
Hey.
get this problem.
Maybe they don't want us to talk about Eddie. Maybe it's a conspiracy.
Ooh,
Ooh, the Duffer Brothers
possibly.
are listening.
Possibly.
If they're listening, I got something to say.
Oh, but I was gonna say I know what happens to him at the end of the season, and it already makes me sad. Like, I saw that. spoiler and
okay.
everything,
I
so-
too saw the
Okay.
spoiler and was super pissed about it.
All right.
Like,
Well,
it hadn't
listen,
even been
guys.
out 24 hours yet, and I was mad.
I got a dumpster that needs to be filled full of garbage. That's what we're doing this weekend. We're just cleaning
That
our
sounds
house
fun.
out.
Oh, hey,
throwing
can I
shit.
come over there and get that air fryer?
Yeah, will you please come over and get
Ooh, I
that
love
air
a good
fryer?
Yes,
Because
I'll
if
come
you
over.
don't get that, air fryer, it's going in the dumpster.
I'll be over there once we get off of here.
Okay, perfect.
I have to go
And,
do KJ's job, so I'll see you.
She has to go
Yeah.
be KJ today.
hey, listen, I had to commit an entire weekend to adulting. There was no other time. Thank you, Katie, for going to be the voice of the Indy 11 W League soccer team. Make sure that you get excited because, like, some people are like, all right, that Indy 11 goal was scored by number 24.
You got it. I'll do the
Rachel McCarthy.
goal.
Like, no, seriously, because the Brickyard
European
Battalion.
soccer style.
The fan section is down there, and they want that. Like, even if you're just like, that Indy 11 goal was scored by number 24. Woo! Like,
I
give
hope
it.
there won't be a quiz because I don't know these people.
No, they
You'll have a
literally-
run sheet. You'll be good.
You have
Oh,
a
thank
run
God.
sheet, and they tell you what to say. Like, there's two people sitting at the table with you. One of them like stops the music. The other one's like, "Say this." It's so easy.
I
You
can
just
do that.
need to say things. So,
I'm qualified.
all
I
right,
can do
all
that.
right. Go Indy 11, and go Kind of Nerdy Network if you're looking for a fun cult to join. Kind of
Honestly.
Nerdy Network.
We won't make you join the Comet people.
And go Geek Vibes Nation.
Yes,
Go Geek Vibes.
Oh, yes. Whoop, whoop, Geek Vibes and the Kind of Nerdy Girls and all the good things and cults and woo.
And cults.
Thanks for listening.
And Stranger Things.
And Stranger Things. Woo. Oh, and we're days away from Thor: Love and Thunder coming out. Woo.
We are, in fact.
Yes.
So many
If you
movies
guys
to
can-
see.
If you guys can actually hear me, I do
I
want
can.
to say that in a few days, my review for Thor: Love and Thunder will be hitting geekvibesnation.com. So I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Ah, that's right. Tia's like, and let me just rub it in right at the end. And I get to see
I saw it
things
last
before
week.
you guys do.
Tia said, "I'm more important than you guys."
You're
So
such a big deal in Geek Vibes Nation.
Thanks, Howie. And we have TikTok now, so.
Oh God.
Go find Geek Vibes on TikTok because they're better than us. The Kind of Nerdy Girls are on TikTok. Oh, yeah.
Guys, you forget I'm now a kind of nerdy girl, so
That's
You forget
true.
how important I am.
All right,
Tia, you
so-
came down a couple of notches since you came on the Kind of Nerdy Girls.
I know. Look at my audio problems.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
We're
again,
not worthy.
Tia.
We're not worthy.
We're not worthy. The Kind of Nerdy Girls is produced by our wonderful patrons like Leanne, Kayla Allen, Michelle Hamilton, Samantha Miller, Clay Swain, Aaron Miller, and music is provided by Paul Miller. That's a lot of Millers. If you'd like to be a producer of our show, all you have to do is throw a few bucks our way on Patreon to help us keep the show going. Look for the Kinda Nerdy Girls on Patreon or go to kindanerdynetwork.com where you can also find our merch. I'm KJ. Thanks so much for listening. Stay kinda nerdy.